Hey Joe, how many 6-year-olds could you take in a fight to the death? 100. And I always say the best, it depends what the starting setup is. Are they all surrounding me, or am I starting on one side different from them, or is it kind of random RNG placement? Am I in an enclosed area? The general strategy is you grab one of them by the ankles and just start spinning, right? And hitting the other kids around head level, right? The kid you're holding is going to die first, but you're going to use his dead.
You know what it is. We're back. We're going over how to make a Che rage beat, and that's it. To start off, my tag is cut off.
Mozambique.
And you'll be like, why is that? This beat I made for an EP of mine, which has 5 songs that consecutively...
This guy can't talk, bro. What the heck?
Consecutively transition into each other. So this song has a transition into it, if I can show you. So as you can see, that's why my tag.
Speak English!
My tag is cut off. There's a lot to get into, so I'm going to try and go quick. I started with a lead from Ademade's kit, because Ademade's the GOAT. Put an EQ in it, cut out the low. That's it. Second, I got a pluck. Another one from Ademade's kit. Just cut out the low end. Third, I got this like riser. I made it to play C4. And as you can see, there's that little triangle note on C6. That basically means it's playing C4, pitch bending over to C6 the whole time that C6 triangle note is playing. So it's like a riser. EQ cutting out the low. Like a pluck kind of thing. I can put delay, pan to the right, ping pong, halfway, then EQ cutting out the low. And I got this synth from Ademade's kit. And just to give the beat more room, to make it more full, I made it play longer and make it bigger. And because I wanted this to give room, I gave it reverb, pow chorus, and EQ to cut out the lows, obviously. Next up, another like counter lead. Here I put delay, very little, shaper box. EQ cutting out the lows. And right here's an actual like ARP. I put delay halfway, reverb, panomatic just to give the beat more stereo and not have everything in one thing, just to give it more room again. Because with all these melodies and parts of the melodies, you want to make it sound full. EQ cutting out lows. That's it for the melody. Here's a full melody. That's a full melody. I wanted it to sound chaotic, and whenever I like to make these kind of beats, I like doing pitch bend melodies and having it like one thing go one octave up. You see it's C5, C sharp, C5, C sharp. I think that's how you say it. I like it sounding more evil. That sounds really corny, but I hope you know what I mean.
You want your skateboard?
For the 808s, and this is where it kind of gets cool. I wanted it to not be one flat out 808 the whole time. I wanted it to have like a punchy like pitch bend 808 where like if you've ever heard Just Score It by Osamason, that kind of 808 where it like glides whenever it hits. I wanted that, and then I wanted a super heavy distorted 808 to take place of that when that's not playing. Just to give the 808s more variety, make it more interesting, and give the beat uniqueness. So here's the punchies part of the 808. And in those empty spots, that's where the distorted 808 plays. It takes up room. I put a soft clipper, wave shaper, and of course I hard clip the master. Put the velocity all the way up. That's how you really boost it. Here's the distorted 808. I put it on the same track as the other 808 because I was going to end up putting the same exact plugins for the mix. So I was like, why not put it on the same track? Here's the 808s in total. And I didn't want the bouncy 808 playing all the time, like that combo of the bouncy 808 and the distorted 808. So I made a pattern of the distorted 808 just playing by itself the whole time. So it wasn't the same two 808s hitting the whole song. Here's the second pattern of the 808. It's really long, but here it is. I made it this long because I like having variety in 808s. I don't like 808s repeating all the time, even though that's what a lot of beats are. And when a lot of beats that I make do that, it can get repetitive. So it's really good to make different patterns and make switch ups just to give the listener some more. So they pay attention more and it doesn't get like the same hook, the same chorus, and the same beat and the same loop, just to actually give the beat more character. Here's the drums in total before I play them all. The drums are really simple. The melody itself and the 808s already take up so much definition of the beat that to put more drums on top of that, it would just make it too much to kind of listen to. So I made the drum simple. A drum roll in there also helps a lot. I forgot to go over the elements of the drums, so I'm gonna do that. Don't question why I'm laying down. I'm really comfy right now. Here's the hi-hats. There is that little beep in there, like that little clicking thing, but I don't mind having it in because it gives the hi-hat more character. Here's a clap. Here's the snare. Here's the accent snare. Here's the Vox/perk thing. And here's the drum roll at the end of the beat. That's it for the drums. Here is the FX I put. I put down risers because in the transition of the beat, there's down risers. No, there's up risers that go into the beat, and then these are the down risers to give it the effect of transitioning. Here's the drums with my tag and FX. Whenever you make Che type beats, especially stuff that's louder, you want to put a bunch of sirens like the Purge is like you want to put the amount of sirens that would play if like aliens took over the earth and everybody was going to die and the race of humanity was going to be extinct.
And everybody's dead. Gone. Wiped off the earth. Nobody exists. Nobody. That's the amount of sirens you want to put in Che beats. Very serious. Very, very serious.
And now I guess I'll go over arrangement because I'm going to go over arrangement. I usually never go over arrangement because my arrangement isn't particularly special, but I do got this person that's like a fan. Yeah, I got fans. I know it's surprising. You know, this dude's cracked at Fortnite, by the way. I'm going to put like a picture of his thing right here. So let me point to it.
No, that was bad. Wait. No, that was the same thing. Hold up. That was trash. No. No. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Put his thing right here. And check his channel out. You will see that this dude's insane. Like, I've been playing for a long time. I could never... Crazy. I'm kind of jealous of people that are good at Fortnite.
But here is the arrangement. I'm not going to play the effects or anything just so you can focus more on the beat itself. So first...
Loki couldn't hear what I was saying here, but what I was saying was I introduced the full beat in the beginning so people had an idea of what they're going to listen to.
Right here. I'll cut out some of the parts of the melody and let the second variation of the 808 play to give that 808 more definition. What you want to do when it comes to arrangement mainly is you want to make the beat like you're imagining somebody rap on it. Like imagine somebody rapping in the intro and then saying a verse after that intro and then having a chorus or something. You want to arrange the beat and imagine that in your head so you get more variation. Like right here, I was imagining right here was the intro. And then after this intro and this little effect, that signifies that it's not the intro anymore and it's a different part of the song. So right here would be like a verse or something, play out. And then it would go back to this to give the melody more space and room. And then after that, you just keep repeating it. A lot of the beats is repeating. You don't want to switch it up constantly. You do want to kind of loop a lot of the parts just so you give the beat more give it more similarity, I guess. And then after this, the drum roll signifies that that's over. You take some of the melody parts out, and then once you take that out, switch the 808 up to change the vibe of the song. And sometimes you want to take the 808 out, like this, and bring it back in and it hits harder. Like make the main melody, the main lead play, and then bring everything back in to make it hit harder. With this, I'll slowly introduce the 808 elements. And right here, I made use of the riser to make it rise up to the next part of the beat. You want to make use of quiet parts a lot too. That gives the person that's rapping on the beat more attention, more focus from the listener because, you know, the beat cut out. They're going to be like, what happened? You're only going to hear their voice. And right here, I don't know why. Like you hear how it muted. It's really important when you do stuff like that. That's a big part of doing stuff. And then I brought the beat back in. And then after it playing 3 times, halfway through the 4th one, I made it mute again. And then I got the melody to play just the melody for the outro. Because sometimes whenever you're arranging stuff and you play only the melody, it'll...
Hey, there's boobies on my TV.
Yeah, there's boobies on my TV. Boobies on my TV. Was your mom in the living room talking? Hold on, wait. He's recording a video. I'm already in his room. There's boobies on my TV. You get it? I'm alright, man. I need a key. What key, bro? Your car key. Hold up. No. Where's your wallet? It's unlocked. Okay, because I texted you, didn't I didn't see it.
This man thinks he can get his own phone key to my Tesla. What?
What?
You don't even have a permit, boy.
What?
What's that one ninja? Hold up. No, that's not good. Never mind. Whenever you just let the melody play in arrangements, it kind of gives this build up. Because the low end is cut out of the whole melody. So your ears are kind of just hearing that high end ish, like that mid to treble area from here to here. You're just hearing this and you're not hearing that. And that's what takes up so much of the beat. So when that's gone, it feels like it's incomplete. And when it feels like it's incomplete, you're kind of thinking, oh, what's going to happen next? I think that's it. Here's the full beat. How you feeling? Also with arrangement, cutting the 808 out is very important because it gives the beat more room and it kind of makes it harder when it comes back in because the 808 is constantly playing in these type of beats. For outros, you can do fade outs with the automation clips. Also, if you don't know how to make an automation clip, you go to the master, right click it, press create automation clip, and you double click it from here. When it'll pop up here. You double click it and you can just right click here, drag it down, whatever. Yeah, making automation clips is not that hard. And also a big tip, if you want to make an automation clip on a VST, but if you want to make an automation clip like on Serum 2, like on pitch bend, all you have to do, instead of me just like clicking this and because it won't say create automation clip, I'll mess with it and then I'll go here. I'll go to tools, last tweaked, and create automation clip. And it'll create an automation clip of literally whatever you just mess with. Very, very helpful when you can't get automation clips of certain things in VSTs. Cutting 808 outs and mainly taking away parts of the melody does a lot for arrangement. Making parts muted, giving like a certain, like right here, for this first 4, I have the beat play fully. And then from there, I have take out some of the melody so it sounds less full and the different 808 variation is playing. So it just sounds different. And that's where somebody that's rapping on it can do something different. Arrangement is kind of all about arranging your beat to give it more variety and not have it sound so repetitive. And giving the artist that's rapping on it, or if you're rapping on it, I don't know, you could be a rapper. I don't rap. I suck at rapping. If I tried rapping, I would suck like really bad. Like whenever, did y'all hear Yeet? When he was trending in like 2022, not him trending in 2022, he was really good, but that meme of him, he was like in the shower.
Yeah, yo! Crying me up! Rest! No way. I'll let it go.
That's what I would sound like. Or Chief Keef when he was farting in the studio, I would do something like that.
I gotta let they talk.
That's it though. I'll catch y'all.
Dab me up. I'm not dabbing you up, bro. I'm so stupid.